Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Rampage and welcome to Gaming News. This article is, Witcher 3 dev responds to report that game may not run in 1080p on PS4, Xbox One. I think you're missing a "the" in that title somewhere, but anyway. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt developer CD Projekt Red has responded to a recent report that quoted a developer as saying the ambiguous RPG may not run at 1080p on PS4 and Xbox One. CD Projekt Red marketing manager Tink tells GameSpot that the studio is constantly optimizing the game and explains that a final resolution has not been determined. So there's a massive quote here, but basically they state that as the Witcher 3 visual effects artist Jose Teixeira said, I don't know, I probably butchered his name, but anyway. We are working hard on optimizing the game and nothing is set in stone. Our engine team remains optimistic and we will surely squeeze the most we can out of each console. They also don't know what the final frame rate or resolution will be. So, alright. So, we've had reports in the past basically stating that the Witcher 3 will be running at 30 FPS and roughly 900p, 720p resolutions. So, alright, I don't mind if the game isn't running at 1080p, but in order to actually get the game to 1080p, they have to come down on the visuals, right? They gotta make it so it's actually worth looking at, and that it's actually worth playing on a console. So, in order to do that, they need to drastically reduce the viewing distance, drastically reduce the amount of debris that you see on screen and the amount of debris that's actually cast off of objects and foliage quality. because in games, if you don't know already, foliage for some reason is like the hardest thing to render correctly, or it just tacks on a lot of RAM or actual computational power. So yeah, if you get rid of some of that stuff or just like make it a little less dense, I think that could push both systems, maybe the Xbox One to 900p and the PS4 to 1080p at a reasonable 30 FPS. But other than that, you know, if you want a more stable 30 FPS, then you may have to dip down in resolution. But 900p, I believe, should be a standard. Now, it's not a good resolution, but it's better than having it at 720p. You know, anything's better than having it at 720p at 30 frames per second, let's just face it. Personally, I am really looking forward to The Witcher 3, and I do hope that they can get it to 1080p, because that game looks fucking great so far. If they can't get it up to 1080p, well, you know, whatever, but the game still looks great. It'll just be a shame to actually risk having the resolution lowered in order to get a more stable frame rate, and on top of that, the game being more blurred. Now, I'm not going to get into a resolution debate at all, but if you have a lower resolution, i.e. 720p, and you're upscaling that to 1080p, it's not the fucking same. It stretches 720p to 1080p. That's basically what it is. There's no way around it. Now, they might be able to do a technique that Guerrilla Games, the developer of Killzone, it's like my favorite game and I forgot their developer already, bloody hell. Anyway, those guys had some weird technique where they actually like had the same image on there twice or something, and it was able to get 1080p, but it wasn't natively 1080p, but it displayed in 1080p, like actually 1080p. I think that is a cool thing. Like, that is cool technology. Fucking do it with The Witcher 3. I don't care what the actual native resolution is, as long as it doesn't lose its visual fidelity with that process, then it's fine. You know, if it still actually is 1080p, fine. But if it's a resolution like 852, 852p or 900p, then it's upscaled to 1080p. There will be slight blur, but it won't be as bad. Right? If they can get 900p on both systems, then great. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. How you think The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, will actually turn out on next-gen systems, on PS4, Xbox One, what the resolution you think will be, and what the frame rate will be like. in the comment section below. But anyway, my name is Rampage. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.